They'll be focused on those bars just in front of you. You want to get your revs up high, and as soon as that gate drops, you want to be gone. Kawasaki.
David Pingree, number 60, after a good start, and third.
Travis Pastrana loves to fly his motorcycle, so much so that earlier this summer, he even launched his bike at a freestyle contest into the San Francisco Bay.
Meanwhile, on point, David Pingree is locked in a battle with Pastrana, 16 years old. Travis Pastrana, and he is putting it to Pingree here.
Travis Pastrana is his consistency when it comes to racing. We all know he can fly a motorcycle better than anybody, but can he beat him on the racetrack? He's got a great move there.
He can fly.
Well, there is no fear in Travis Pastrana, that is for sure. But look at Fonseca coming on strong.
Maryland, gold medal winner. Oh, and he really took a bounce there and into the hay bale. Here comes Fonseca.
Fonseca closed up right away, and that's exactly the pressure needed.
You know, despite the bad landing and the trip to the hay bales, look, he stays on the bike.
Back up on top of the bike, settled the balance up, evened it up, and was able to keep it under control.
All right, now, oh, Fonseca's in trouble. He is off the bike.
That pressure earlier on from Fonseca, so he's going to run it really hard to the finish here, Mike.
A little bit of 1 foot, no feet on the pegs, checkered flag, and he's our 125cc winner. Podium.
I didn't ride a very smooth race, but it got me to the finish line. It was a lot of fun. So it's like my second ever pro race, first ever 125, and I'm just so excited.
Travis Pastrana enters the world of professional supercross, the most publicized and popular first-year rider in the sport's history. He will have a lot to prove.
Ended up breaking my thumb at Jeremy McGrath's practice track 2 weeks ago. Doctor says I can't hurt it anymore, and I'm really looking forward to going out there. And, you know, it's whatever place I get, that's the place I deserve.
All right, Travis, this is it. Your first time in the starting gate of a pace supercross. You've been waiting for this your whole life. How do you feel?
Man, I feel so good. A little bit of pre-race jitters, but just as long as I have fun, I'm going to be happy.
Let me ask you real quick about the thumb. How did it feel in the qualifiers?
I'm going to get arm pump, but no one else knows, so thanks.
Pastrana is now having his bike checked out by Lee McCullough, his mechanic, because he tried a trick on the parade lap and missed it and went over into the tough blocks. Ready to go from Indianapolis, the 125 main event. And Travis Pastrana has moved into second place. Now he rubs backside rubber. Pastrana. Here comes Ron Cotta, number 26, to the inside. Into the whoop section, though. Pastrana just leaps him behind.
And just took him to school through there.
Pastrana in third place.
He's going to have to be a little bit wild to get in there and dice with these guys. Been brilliant today. And Ron Cotta. Pastrana gets him back right through there. But
are leading in our 125 main from Indianapolis. Look at that, Pastrana. They both go down. Brock Sellards and Pastrana.
Stuck off the racetrack. The bike falls over the other way. So he got caught up in
the group in 8th place.
Well, that was maybe bad judgment by Travis right there.
Then he came back for a second place finish in Las Vegas. Evans, number 45.
This is reminding me of the Bob Hurricane Hanna, the guy that would get past aggressively and right back at you. Travis Pastrana goes in there and gives it to Sellards. There's the Coster. I know he's not going to have any nails left, any hair, anything by the end of the season. Pastrana, look how close he is to Fonseca already. Travis has already crashed twice, once in the parade lap, once in the race. He's had a few physical moves. Almost went down another time when Sellards gave him a nudge first race. That's why this kid comes in with so much hype. Can't imagine if he ever wins one, what he's going to do off the finish line jump. And you forget he's just a kid, you know. And every time we hear from him, he's just talking about how he just wants to have fun.
Well, as we've seen in this opening round, the checkers flying for Michael Brandis. East, as we take a look at the Suzuki results page, Michael Brandis, Brock Sellards, a hard-fought second raceway. The 125 main event is underway.
Tail into this battle up front.
There's 199, Travis Pastrana, who had such an impressive qualifying round. For third is on. Travis Pastrana moves into third around Tyler Evans. Here comes Pastrana. Knock one more off the list. Knock another off the list. And Travis Pastrana has the crowd standing on their feet. Who went from fourth to first early in the race and continues to control. Right now that 199 is on the screen, I'd like your impression of Travis Pastrana, who goes down. Just timed it wrong. He's got a big enough lead once again. Here comes Brock Sellers.
Gets a little bit crooked in there. Just sticks it in. That's a classic endo. That's about the worst way you can dive the front wheel into a bump, and Travis will not give up.
Can we have a new, different winner? Brock Sellers has not won. Travis Pastrana has not won a 125 race this year.
In sense, he's a little bit quicker than Sellers through there, but it seems that Sellers has picked it up a little bit, although a little mistake there.
Here's the triple.
He didn't get the whole shot. He had to earn it, then crashing the way he did. That was a bad crash. That would take some guys out, and here he is in the lead again.
Hard. Travis got back up, got the lead again, but I saw on the board this time you told him to be smart.
Yeah, he's riding really good. He's just having fun out there. When he crashed, he landed right over there, and his front wheel went in a hole.
Never a dull moment with this guy, is there?
No, he keeps me jumping.
Series race. Check out a smile right now as he takes the checkers for his very first Supercross professional win on the series. First win in the series. There's Gary Bailey, the track designer, and David's father.
Well, I can kind of relate to all this. I mean, he's his prime student right now. And of course, I was all those years, and my first win here. A bit now, I bet.
You just had the feeling that his first win was going to come any moment after all the learning of lessons through the first 3 rounds. Roger DeCoster, his team manager of Team Suzuki, coming over with the congratulations.
Well, thanks a lot. I had a great qualifier, and the fans were just so supportive. I was amazed at how much they backed me. Every time I did anything, I could hear the crowd behind me, and the feeling is just unbelievable. I mean, I can't explain it. Well, after I got in the lead, I started pulling away, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm actually pulling away in a professional Supercross race. And I just got a little excited, and I just tried to open it up a little bit more so I wouldn't have to work so hard. And I went over the bars, and I got up, and I was thinking, oh, man, I just lost this race. And I looked around, I'm getting up as fast as I can. I said, wow, I'm still winning.
Right on. Congratulations, Travis.
Thanks a lot, Davey. I can't say enough. The crowd, my bike, it's unbelievable.
Oh, look at the difference. He just jumps a little bit better, a little bit farther. The whoop section, watch him. He just comes in here about 5 miles an hour faster, jumps right by. Hey, how's it going there, Brandon? I got a leader to catch.
That team has what they need from American Honda. And number 199, he's more concerned with Team Suzuki right now. So do we have a fine one in the making right now in the 125 main event? Travis Pastrana has picked it up, and he is just behind number 18, Brock Sellers, in a battle for the lead. The crowd is starting to come alive here in St. Louis. They're great sports fans here. We have
that corner going, no, I caught him. I can stay with him. If he's just going to try to stay close. As soon as they get to that whoop section, he is going to let go.
Brock Sellers, he's tough, but look at Pastrana through the whoop section. We've got lappers in front, and Pastrana has to back off a little bit. And Brock Sellers, oh, they didn't touch. Sellers backed off to become the second 2-time winner on the season. Be smart. Lee McCullum is saying to Travis Pastrana, use your head right now. At 16 years of age, the checkers for Travis. The rest of them. And he might have the talent to do it. Oh, let's go. Travis Pastrana getting a big hug from Roger DeCoster, the team manager of Team Suzuki.
Good look at Travis Pastrana, and I just spoke with my dad who's been working with him a little bit, and he said Travis is very comfortable on this racetrack and knows that all he really needs to do is go out there and just live in the moment.
To go with our main event from Las Vegas.
Same with Pastrana.
Both Schnell and Pastrana, 2-time winners in their division. And Mayhem behind Pastrana. Fonseca to the inside, and he takes the lead. Back and forth they go. Here comes Pastrana. Bar to bar they go. Pastrana takes the lead. Plastic in the corner. Pastrana now the one looking back over his shoulder. Fonseca the black pass. Riding a little defensive, even though he's fast, coming through the ropes. It's a good place for Pastrana. Fonseca fishtails. Oh, my goodness.
Left him, and he stayed up.
And the crowd is going bananas right now. Fonseca just will do the triple. You can hear the fans. Here comes Pastrana. What a move. Fonseca, though, had the inside angle. Fonseca almost lost it. Pastrana back and forth.
Doesn't do this triple.
Pastrana makes his move on Fonseca. Boy. And we still have lots of laps to go. This is a 15-lap main event for the shootout. A phenomenal rookie year. He puts a little nod to the crowd with the heel clicker this time. And also the shootout. The checkers are waving, and a nice calm roll over the finish line for Travis Pastrana. Lee McCullough. And Lee says, I've never had anybody thank me for replacing spark plugs before, but this guy is so polite.
All right, Travis, never a dull moment with you. Of course not, man. I don't know. I tried to keep it on 2 wheels. I succeeded this time. And, you know, I couldn't ask for anything better. I took some risky moves with Ernie, but I feel like I'm learning. I'm getting smoother. And listen to this crowd, man. It's so sweet. Man, I did that. My RM pulled me over that huge triple in the back. No other 125s are doing it. I was like, yes.
Kelly out of the race.
You see, he's struggling right here. Listen to the crowd. There's Pastrana. He's closing.
Oh, Travis Pastrana's on the move.
So much different. These conditions change your line. The line changes so drastic from lap to lap because of all the other riders hitting the berm and moving it around.
Oh, this is great for the fans. On the final lap, Travis Pastrana putting the big challenge to Kelly Smith.
Out a little bit.
Here comes Pastrana to the inside. The lapper is there, though, and Travis Pastrana has stalled the bike.
The bike has quit.
The checkered flag for Kelly Smith.
Your body, you weigh so much. Look at Travis. He just quit. What a frustrating day.
And Travis Pastrana's hoping for a little bit better luck, David.
Well, the first moto, you saw him trying to make a pass for the lead. His bike quit.
26, Stefan Roncada. All contenders. A good start by Travis Pastrana. Boland's at the right place now.
This is the time when you really want to get that hole shot because anybody, luckily he's up and walking.
Talon Boland slipping a little bit. And right now we've got a new leader. And it is Travis Pastrana. Pastrana taking advantage, coming from third. Here comes Boland back again. At number 41, Kelly Smith. Number 199 has taken the lead, Travis Pastrana.
Cameras to stay working through these conditions. I mean, these are the best bikes in the world. And
it is the final lap now for Travis Pastrana.
He's been standing out there toughing it out this whole day, too.
It's got to be a great feeling for Travis Pastrana on the verge of his very first moto victory.
Yeah, I know it's a big difference between this and Supercross, but he just loves it. He's having fun, and, you know, he comes in, he says, man, the mud's great. I love it here. High Point's great. He just loves it. That's all.
And now the finish line jump with a checkered flag, and he does a heel clicker. Oh, my goodness. Well as his team, KTM. There's a happy Roger DeCoster. Roger looking at Travis's dad, kind of shaking his head. Smile comes back on Travis Pastrana's face.
Travis, I have good news and bad news. The good news is that you won. The bad news is your cast is wet.
I can't believe it. The doctor told me not to go swimming with it. Mud bath, same thing, right? Maybe. I had a little mishap. The spark plug cap just came out in the last corner while I was battling for the lead with Kelly Smith in the first moto. I love the mud. My goal was to come out here and have fun. But this was my worst mud race ever, and it was great.
Boland's our leader, but look at Pastrana. Pastrana making the move for second place. Gets by Fonseca, making the move on Travis Pastrana. Pastrana trying to hold him off. Looks over there, sits back, takes the corner. Here comes Fonseca. Bar to bar we go. Fonseca just doesn't want to give in to the 17-year-old. No, he almost went off the track on that berm. Second moto, look at this, 199, Travis Pastrana. Starting to put the pressure on our leader.
They are starting to separate themselves slightly from Steve Lamson back there, but right now thinking he can put two motos together.
Whoa, he's going hard to the outside. Travis Pastrana's working for the lead. We're on the white flag lap, the final lap, so time is running out for Travis.
No, he has been chasing this whole time. Look, he cuts off a little bit of racetrack right there. They're both a little bit shy about that jump that time. That's where they already got together once in this race.
Coming down to that speed section right there. It used to be the finish line. Travis Pastrana cutting to the inside now on Talon Boland. And the Suzuki has the lead on the final lap. What a performance by Travis Pastrana. Lee McCullough almost got in the way of Talon Boland that time. Nods his head to the corner worker, looks back, and the checkers for Travis Pastrana. He has swept both motos in the 125. He's got a streak of 3 moto wins in a row.
Man, Travis, I swear, everything you do, you make it exciting. What in the world was going on with your bike out there?
Well, we were having a great battle, but I lost my rear brake. My goggles fogged up, so I didn't have a rear brake. I didn't have goggles, so it was kind of hard to get behind Talon, who was riding an awesome race. And every time I'm so lucky that it did it here at Southwick, where you can pretty much hold a pin. But Talon was riding a great race, and wow, that was cool.
In practice this morning, you were wearing a RonRonMX.com sticker. Isn't Stefan Roncada the guy you're challenging for the national championship?
Yeah, Stefan's a great racer and a pretty good friend of mine, so he asked me to wear a RonRon.com sticker, and I said, well, sure, I'll put it on the back of my chest protector so you can read the back of it all the way to the finish line.
Well, today we'll see how it turns out. Roncada versus Pastrana at Millville.
Number 63, Motor World of El Cajon, an independent private team. Greg Snell has signed up for 2 more years with them. Pastrana bar to bar. Snell in second place. Pastrana takes over the lead. And Roncada in a difficult position. This is a great opportunity for 199, David. Travis Pastrana, though, pulling a huge lead here from the first moto of the 125s, David, as you can see there.
He does today is right. Everything is right. Right there, he should have high-sided over that berm a little bit, but he didn't. Heel clicker, that works out perfect.
The X Games coming up, and then come back here and take the checkered flag.
This kid is extraordinary.
6th place finish in Dallas was his highest finish. But he's looking to make his mark now in motocross and hold on to that lead against one of the best rookies that this sport has ever seen. But Stefan Roncada, the points leader, has suffered. There's the move downhill. That hill is so steep. What a move by Travis Pastrana.
He did.
Not only Pastrana making the fine move, but Nick Way moves into second place. Pastrana, Way, and Buckaloo, the top 3 right now. Let's go down to the mechanics area. Lee McCullough. This would be his 2nd moto win in a row. And would be his 2nd overall in a row. Earlier this season in the Supercross season. And a little celebration after the checkered flag for Travis Pastrana. One-on-one shootout here pretty soon. Justin Buckaloo is still our leader, but here goes Travis Pastrana. Great speed.
Eric Kehoe right now, Yamaha of Troy are going, oh, wait a minute. Let me see the rules.
Here's our leader, Travis Pastrana. He's having a great time.
Well, things are just going his way. This kid's making it happen.
The crowd anticipating something. Oh, just land with no hands. Checkered flag and all. Travis Pastrana wins another one.
He wrote a smiley face. Lee's getting into it. Thank you.
Way to go, Travis. Great ride, man.
Good position. He's been great at the gate lately. See if he can do it again.
Moto number 1 is underway from Delmont, Pennsylvania, with the championship on the line. Pastrana's also got a buddy going right with him, and it looks like Jessamine, I think. Second place, Craig Albertine. Just gave up his number 1 plate to Ricky Carmichael at the 250s, cheering his Suzuki teammate on. Pastrana is right where he wants to be. 6 points. A win is worth 3 points over second place. Roncada's got his work cut out for him. Head of American Suzuki, Mel Harris. It's just a little bit nervous.
Boy, wouldn't he like to get another title?
I just love the way he decides to wheel some of these mounds of dirt.
They're like jumps, you know, and he can wheelie anything. His balance, his height, that really helps, but the way he stands over the bike and grips it with his knees, he can wheelie through just about any section of whoop. We saw that at Washougal. He wheelied the whole section.
Roger, this one looks like it came right out of the playbook. Your guy got out front. His teammates in second. Going the last moto, it's going to be 1 point.
Yeah, you know, it's not done yet, but everything started out perfect for us. You know, the way it started and all that, and I hope everything stays this way.
Final lap. Let's do a few tricks. Travis Pastrana. And you know, he's done so well with the freestyle jumping during this period of time that he's been just outstanding competition-wise. It's almost like it was lifting a burden off his mind.
Yeah, it all turned out right. Travis seems to know what he's doing, and I think he has everyone's trust now.
As he comes up the hill, the checkers are waving, and this is his 9th moto win of the year.
The back wheel and gone down, allowing Roncada, who was right behind him, to get by.
To win this moto, number 158, Justin Buckaloo.
Travis has got one of Roncada's teammates. Right now, Travis is a Yamaha Troy sandwich. Almost hits the back tire of Buckaloo. That could have been disastrous right there.
But he made it look easy. Travis Pastrana is the leader. Now, can Roncada retaliate?
Maybe talked about that Hollywood script. It just got better.
Let's see what Pastrana does. Head of American Suzuki, Mel Harris. I don't think he's feeling good right about now.
About a month ago, they were just going, well, Travis, you know, good job in your rookie year. You know, you won some races, you learned a lot. Next year it'll be a different deal. Well, here they are, watching this kid freestyle his way to a title.
For Travis Pastrana, it would be his 7th moto win in a row. The crowd is just going nuts for this kid.
Imagine how proud his parents must be. I wonder if they just ever imagined that he would win this quickly.
An incredible season-ending charge is complete with a checkered flag and the 125 championship. Travis Pastrana has done it. The fans are going crazy. They won't let him off the track. Travis circling the entire track after taking the checkered flag. Necessary right now as we watch him celebrate his tremendous comeback victory. You think he's having fun?
Oh, he's having a blast. And you know what? The excitement of this kid, normally half these people are in their car headed out. They have all stayed because they know that as long as Travis is on that motorcycle, something exciting is going to happen.
So I don't know what to say, so I'm just going to let John Ferris of Chevrolet say it right here.
Well, Travis, on behalf of Chevy Trucks and the AMA and the MPG, congratulations on a great championship. You earned it.
Thank you guys so much. I don't even know what to say right now. To tell you the truth, I came in today optimistic, but I knew Stefan's a great racer, and I didn't think I was going to get it my first year. So there's no words to describe what I'm feeling. American Suzuki, and my mechanically McCullum and Gary Billy have been backing me so much the whole year. Even when I was down 41, you know, Stefan had some bad luck, I had some bad luck. So the series, it couldn't have been any better.
We've seen you win. We've seen you win mini cycle championships, 125 amateur championships, 250, even the X Games. Now you're 125 national champion. What's next? Is it 250 Supercross?
I love 250s. I mean, 125 has been great to me this year, but hopefully I'll be moving up to 250s pretty soon. I like the bike more, but, you know, I'll be happy to stay 125s. Those guys are great, and everyone I'm racing against is great now, so it's a great feeling to be here.
Travis, congratulations. The sport's a lot better since you came along.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, indeed, it is a glorious day here at Saint-Jean-d'Angely, and, of course, the French flag. His team's chances.
I think they're good. You know, we have Ricky, who won the 250 championship, Travis, who won the 125.
First trip actually riding in Europe, so it's quite an experience. I mean, the whole thing, even from the Fuji to come out here with the crowds with the air horns, it's a different experience.
From the last chance qualifier, here's the action, some of the action from the 125 qualification, and boy, was this. Langston was the man behind him on the 67 bike, making sure the American wasn't going to have this of the American 125 champion. These two would be knocking bars together next year, and these two in front of this massive French crowd were going at it neck and neck, corner to corner, but the American was not to be fazed. Probably just showing the South African what was in store for him next year, while the teams helped to qualify them through to the Nations Cup race on the Sunday. But the American had decided he went out in front, but Langston was having none of it. He came right back at him, but at the finish, it was the American Travis Pastrana 5cc versus the open class. This is made up of 500s and 250s. The nation's leaders as they get into that first corner. This is hectic. Oh, the American Pastrana on the floor. The one that at all. So here is a battle then for 11th place from first turn. He's come from right at the back, and he's about to demote someone down another position. The lower they finish in the order, the more points they score. He's right behind number 4, Stefan Rancada. Certainly what he rode, so the USA 11 points then, and Italy, Great Britain, Australia.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, you can hear the crowd just going nuts. Crashed in the start, coming out with the 500s was really tough on a 125, but passed the French guy and ended up second in the 125, so hopefully put in a little bit better ride this time.
2 points for second. At the moment, the Americans are leading. They were beaten for the first time. Oh, when was it now? I took Roncada through. And there is Pastrana. So 28 points to USA if they start in Finland. So it's very tight for that second position between Italy, Japan, and take the trophy back home where they think it belongs. USA take the top step. Italy takes step 2. Belgium takes step, that being one of them, of course, the youngest of the group, Travis Pastrana. Nobby Costa, the team manager, a great rider in his own time. Happy with that trophy back. Oh no, the Americans have got the cup.
Number 28. The 2001 Supercross season is underway.
He's picking it up right now. He's all over Vuillemin just behind this battle right here. There you see him get into the picture.
Behind Lust, the battle's starting to form right now. Travis Pastrana trying to make a move on Roncada, and Vuillemin with number 5, Mike Larocco.
Far in his career. He wants McGrath so bad, but he's got to deal with Lust first.
There you see the interval in the battle for 4. Roncada in front of him.
I talked about Lust being able to ride so fast in the last 5 laps of a main event. Travis Pastrana.
We're back in Anaheim, California. Jeremy McGrath has such a lead. Everybody's looking at 199. Travis Pastrana.
Well, this was the first pass. He gets into the inside. The crowd goes nuts. Roncada looks over at him. He's not happy about it.
Roncada just shaking his head, came right back and stuffed him.
They went back and forth several times.
He does have the desire to win a 125 Supercross title. He told me yesterday he was edged out late.
Timing section. Travis doesn't get through there that good. Larocco dives to the inside. Travis knew it was going to
back off once again. And now Larocco with a 2-second lead on number 199.
I'm impressed, though. You know, Travis said he was going to be smart.
Yep. You know, and that becomes out of a great friendship. The checkered flag for Jeremy McGrath. First win his 9th straight year with a victory.
Lust is right there, right where he needs to be. Pastrana just inboarded the loop just off our camera. There's Pastrana. He went end over end. It doesn't look like he's going to finish this main event.
A 2-second lead for McGrath as we watch Travis Pastrana being led off the track.
Here's Travis right there. Watch, he goes end over end. Bam! Right into a whoop.
In the heat race, it was great. Got to start out behind my idol, Jeremy McGrath. Should have been really good, but on the first lap, I washed out while I was in second. Jump, and Larocco landed right on my rear tire. I just kind of blew the whole thing. Had to go to the semis the first half a lap, and then I don't really remember a thing. I went over the bars and the whoops, had a concussion for my...
California round 3. Travis Pastrana reluctantly had to leave the track. Very slowly, but he was on the bike. Just back in 9th.
There's a shot at Travis. Off the track. He was in 4th, having a great run. I didn't see what happened. He rode off the track, got off the bike, and just sat there.
I talked to him was Jeff Stan of Team Honda. He said Travis pulled off the track, said he didn't know where he was, and literally fell off the bike. He just passed out on the bike.
Maybe from that endo, Davey, you think?
Well, it's hard to tell. And nothing happened this week, Debbie.
Championship, but that's all behind him now.
Travis Pastrana, you see the terror of Chip on the line. We're over running in Pontiac. Travis Pastrana.
Flag waving right there to the lap riders. Coming around and stick. Travis went down and just coughed up a golden opportunity to really put some pressure.
Won 6 races and 13 tries in the 125s. And number 199 is a champion. Travis Pastrana, look at the fans. They refuse to sit down.
Man, I couldn't be more happy with the championship. Nathan just riding, like I said, awesome out there. And
To both of you, congratulations on the championship, Travis.
hey, thanks a lot. I couldn't have done it without American, Suzuki, Michelin, thank you so much. Thank you. 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 Thank you
So I just want to thank my grandma for watching. Everybody else, Jim, thank you guys.
Hey, this guy's hurt. Don't let him kid you out there, but I guarantee you having fun, Travis?
I will be. Yeah, thank you very much. And great ride to everybody.
He's always having fun.
And I'll tell you, you can't be having too much fun there, David Bailey, because he really whacked himself. Results: Nathan Ramsey, Travis Pastrana, Brock Sellers.
While we wait for the second moto to get underway, let's turn back the pages of history with this week's Suzuki Flashback. And a sweep at Mount Morris as we get set for moto number 2. They're all right together and off and running. Oh! The overall is wide open for the 125s here at Southwick, Massachusetts.
If he needs to all of a sudden and not lose time. That's why he's able to maintain the gap, same gap to the leaders while he's in traffic. Very few guys can do that.
He zips by Ramsey on...
Well, I think when you look at who's in front of him right now, Travis can beat all those guys. He knows that. There's time. He can catch them all and put himself in a position to win the overall, leave here with a healthy points lead. They got the points lead unless Travis can make that pass.
Travis Pastrana finally gets by Grant Langston into second place on the last lap. I think he did that through McCormick also that year. White flag is out. Final lap. The showdown is underway. Sellers
did what Sellers was doing there, but he ran right into him.
That Suzuki interval. Yeah, Damon Huffman 8 seconds back and stood on a fishtail.
This is his favorite section.
Pastrana to the inside. He takes Sellers. Can he hold on to it? Get out of the way, Lapper. Yes. He goes through the mechanics area. Lee McCullum gets out of the way. His wrencher all in his hip pocket. But this is how competitive this young man is.
Yeah, get out there and take big chances with a concussion. That's basically what's going on. It's not safe out there if he's behind you.
Travis Pastrana, the cheers of the fans here at Southwick. The checkers for Travis. He's got to feel good with the way he came back from mid-pack and win here at Southwick. The first Suzuki to win back-to-back 125 wins here at Southwick ever.
Travis, you earned that one.
Man, thank you so much. I put my heart and soul into that one. I mean, I didn't even know if I was going to make it after the first round. It's cool, man. And I love this track, Southwick. All the fans are really behind me back here on the East Coast. And I really didn't think I had a chance to catch Brock. And I don't think he thought I had a chance either, so that helped. Tell us about
the 125s are led by this young man, Mr. Excitement himself, Travis Pastrana. Number 111. He decided against having surgery. Brown getting ready to start. We're off and running. Moto number 1. 15th or so.
You know what happened? A little plastic bag blew in front of his tire. It might have Orstrom.
Pastrana to the inside. Clean pass. Pastrana, our new leader. But right behind him is number 10, Larry Ward. Ward's first 125 win was back in 1989. Ward, a great leaping jump. Bar to bar they go. Travis Pastrana with the edge on the inside. Larry's giving it his all now. Oh, and Larry looked like he ticked the back wheel.
Battling with this kid for the win, giving it all he had. He was just on the outside. Nobody's fault there. Travis took the best line. Ward was trying to make something happen on the outside.
Travis Pastrana is looking for his 4th moto win of the year through that lead in the championship battle. The checkers for Pastrana. We're set to go for the first moto 125s. Unadilla is underway. On their board, here he is, and he's getting all kinds of competition. Pastrana and Langston bar to bar right behind Sellards and Fonseca.
Over this group.
Sellards, Fonseca, there goes Pastrana to the inside.
Pastrana sliding to the inside of Fonseca right there. So good under braking.
Ooh. Pastrana fishtailing there, taking on Brock Sellards. Pastrana, can he beat Sellards into second place? Larry Ward's not that far away. Race here in the 125s is getting all kinds of pressure from the defending champion, Travis Pastrana. Ward trying to hold his own, but Pastrana is looking fast.
Better lines out there than Larry. They should pay off. Watch him right here, the way he cuts back to the inside like that. He's the only guy doing that and able to stay full throttle.
Whoa, Ward helped him out a little bit. Ward slipped.
No, they can't even see that section of the hill.
We're just going to assume it was a good move, and it was. Travis planned it perfect.
Grant Langston. We've got a close race here with 1 lap to go. The white flag was waving.
I wouldn't want Langston anywhere near me with 1 lap to go.
The famous gravity cavity. Langston in not a bad position right now. Around the mechanics area and around that tree. Pastrana's got his work cut out for him. Can he hold off? Last year's 125 world champion. Way back, Mark Barnett, 1980, 81, and 82.
Look at the rear end of Travis skating all over the track. He is pinned. He knows he can't just cruise this lap before they get the checkered flag. Anything can happen there. If you don't go into that corner with a lead, nothing's guaranteed.
13 motos on the season so far. And Travis Pastrana is looking for his 5th moto win. Wonderful with a cloud cover like it is. And Pastrana going all out to win this opening moto.
Taking a defensive line here.
Pastrana with a 2nd place overall behind Ward in the last race. Wants to get back on the winning track. Hold that points lead. Here comes Langston to the inside. The checkers are waving. And Pastrana shaking.
Make every race more and more interesting.
Man, that's just what I was thinking, you know. Kind of out front cruising. Guess I had a brain fade and just went over the bars right in front of one of my friends, Hilton Beatty's out there, who's cheering me on. I was like, man. Got up, looked back, Grant was right there, but I had been cruising most of the moto, so I had a little bit more left.
But all he was trying to do was extend the season till the final race and not let Roncada get that 50-point lead. Oh, Pastrana went down hard. It's not the new leader. There's the new leader. Langston on the last lap. Back for a very lucky Grant Langston on the season. And the crowd is giving a well-deserved cheer to Travis Pastrana, who had about only a half lap to go before sweeping both motos here at Unadilla.
Watch how hard he hits his head. The front wheel just tucks as soon as he lands. The bike doesn't continue at all. He goes right over the front. You'll see it a lot better from this angle.
Ouch.
That impact right there just left him dinging. To get up, go over there and shut it off. But he does cross the finish line, and there's Grant. You'd love to see that kind of respect. These guys no doubt have a rivalry, but that's respect.
That's the sportsmanship of motocross. No question. I'm not so sure, though, that Travis really knows where he is.
Grant, this has been a series of hit or miss for everyone, and it seems like Travis Pastrana just made his first mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I saw Travis go down. I heard he went down pretty hard, and I mean, that's racing. I mean, like, I had the shoulder injury, and it put me out for a while, and you know, just as, I mean, he was on his last lap, probably thinking he's got the race won, and all of a sudden the track just bit him, you know, and you know, it's unfortunate, you know, because he beat me fair and square today.
At the end of last year.
The top 4 have tightened up. In our Suzuki flashback,
West Sugar was really the turning point of the season. I really didn't think I had a chance, but that was the point where instead of going out every weekend and going a half to win, I said, you know what, I'm going to have fun. I had a really epic battle with Cal and Volan. We went back and forth, had some fun, wheelie through the whoops. I was 35 points down at the end of the day. Still really didn't think I had it in the races to have a chance at the championship, but at that point, I was just having fun, and I was happy to be in second in the points.
Travis is number 100, Mike Brown.
I think we all know what Mike Brown's going to do if he gets anywhere near Travis against a teenager.
But look at that. Brownie split the 2. Sellers and Pastrana.
Forget about Brown.
He's not easy to pass. Bar to bar we go. Going into the corner. Pastrana backed off. The acceleration on the outside. Travis Pastrana gets him back again.
With the bangs he's taken to his head, are you nervous about this pace in the second moto? They look like they're going a lot faster than they did the first time out.
Yeah, Travis looks comfortable. I mean, this track is rough, you know, it'll throw you around a bit, so, but he looks all right where I can see him at, so he's doing all right.
So the guys that are reeling him in are taking away even more points now.
Oh, no! Travis had his neck jerked and then popped the back of his head.
He is absolutely still. That's his father coming in under the ropes.
Times the back end gets away from him and then snaps back. It looks kind of like Unadilla right there, and then this one, boom, right to the back of the head. The slick spot right here. His teammate Vuillemin in the 250 class. He's over here in the loam. Even Langston is steering clear of it over there in that loam. Watch Travis. It's a faster line, but when it goes wrong, that's how it looks.
We're back in Washougal, Washington. Travis Pastrana is now up next to his bike. He's putting his goggles on. David, I cannot believe that. There's his mother, Debbie, coming in, talking things over with Robert, the father. You know, it's my belief that if an NFL star or NBA or baseball player was in a similar position here, David, that they would never allow this type of thing to continue, especially considering the condition coming into the race.
Dirt in the hill. Great layout for spectators and the riders.
32nd board is up. That's Pastrana right next to the Scott doghouse. Go for the first motor of the 125 is underway. Whoa, look out, Nathan. Welcome back to Millville. Our opening moto is Travis Pastrana courageously has moved up from about 10th position, retained the Frenchman. There's Ward battling with Pastrana. Pastrana makes the pass on Larry Ward.
Still good for the spectators.
Brad Langston starting to pull away from Fonseca is our leader.
Right now.
Pastrana with 2 wins, 5 podiums on the air. Look at this. He's slowing down. He's leaving the track. Travis Pastrana is leaving the track. Race meeting with team manager Roger DeCoster if this should happen. Now the question is not will he race in the second moto, but will he come back for the rest of the season?
It's Roger. Any word on what happened to your rider, Travis Pastrana?
Well, I'm afraid we were worried about that this could happen. You know, he talked to us this morning. He felt that he did not have maybe the energy that was going to be needed, and I told him to go out and ride as good as he can and see how things go, you know, and he had the speed, you know. He started from 8th and came back to 3rd pretty quick, and was in the process of trying to pass for 2nd, and he started making a couple of mistakes, and, you know, we had discussed if he started making mistakes to pull off, and that's what he did. So,
are we going to see Travis in the second moto?
No, probably won't see Travis anymore this year.
Does that include Team USA for the designations?
Yeah.
Down there on the Wise Coast starting line, of course. There's Chad Reed for Team Green Kawasaki, getting set to do battle with this man, just as he'll do throughout next year.
Quentin Carroll, we are set for the final of the 250s. Good start by Craig Anderson.
Anderson cuts him up at the chase, and here comes Reed. No, it's Pastrana. Reed serves him up big time. Wow, this is an unbelievable final. There's Taylor in 3rd place. Pastrana
the lead and make it even tougher for Pastrana to catch him.
Well, the big fella, Suzuki 250, like it was a Pee-wee 50. Look at the way he throws it around.
The crowd likes more than a top-class Australian serving it to one of the best in the world. The American out after the young Australian.
Over the no fear leap they go, leading off. Travis Pastrana, look at that, he nearly clips his back wheel. Nearly loses his own we've seen for the year in this entire championship. Look at them now, handlebar to handlebar.
He landed badly there off the tabletop, and Reed will sense an opportunity here, but Pastrana hangs on to it.
They give Pastrana some breathing space.
Over the no fear tabletop once again. Losing to Reed on the previous night. He's in trouble, he's in pain here.
He's fully on the assault.
That is the mark of the champion too in Pastrana, fighting on in pain. European scene this year. Second. Oh, Pastrana, that is a big one.
In a very severe manner, he's getting back aboard. He'll probably resume in 2nd place. How's the guts of the man?
How much pain must he be in now?
The commitment
to the Australian crowd. He'll take out the 250 final for the 2nd time at the Superdome.
Travis has a problem with the front disc on his bike. Unlike Carmichael, he is not injured, but Pastrana's night almost going as bad as Carmichael's.
How tough is Ricky Carmichael? I'm telling you, with a cracked bone in the top of his hand, he's taking on Travis Pastrana and the rest here in San Diego. We're off and running. Hard aid, whole shot goes to Kevin Windham, number 14, but it's Travis Pastrana taking the lead in the whoops. Oh, he takes a giant leap. LaRocco, Ferry, and then Ricky Carmichael. Each whoop, slowing down, Windham in 3rd, LaRocco in 4th, and still Carmichael in 5th. Never won here in San Diego.
Has Travis ever led a 250 race?
Main event, I can't think of it.
I recall him coming up and challenging.
He's got to keep his cool right here. He believes in himself. He's got to just let Vuillemin.
Of course, would get a nice edge in that points lead over Carmichael. The chances are it won't stay the same.
A 20 to John Bonner. Looks like a broken leg for Lamson. A broken leg.
Oh, Vuillemin just passes Travis Pastrana.
Leads right there. He's got his teammate on his tail. That doesn't make you that nervous. He knows what Wyndham's all about, what he's capable.
Oh, this could be a great finish. 15 laps to go still.
Something about this fine wine, man. This guy is just getting better and better and stronger all the time.
David Vuillemin still with a lead on Pastrana.
Here's event here for Travis. He crashed several times getting to the main event and had that horrible crash in the first lap of the main through the whoop. A year later for Travis, much smarter rider, and he's got a shot to win the whole thing.
Only first-time winner in 250 action in San Diego.
You can see how much Travis has closed the gap. Vuillemin's Jeremy won't quite get lapped this week, so he did a little better, but still not nearly the kind of bad.
White flag for Vuillemin. He won in San Diego 2000 and came back in Phoenix, Minneapolis, and New Orleans.
Corner. One more lap, pulling out all the stops.
2 straight weeks, Jeremy.
Cannot afford one mistake. Damon Huffman right there, number 20, the only lap rider between him and the finish line.
Tracks that he can't see. The competition, David Vuillemin, his second consecutive victory of the season. Momentum on his side with a second consecutive win. The action from Anaheim. Kevin Wyndham, the Powerade hole shot.
Travis right back there in third in good position.
Michael Byrne, another great start. He's in second place.
Travis gets around him already, so here we go again.
Pastrana took over things. Look at the competition behind him. Michael Byrne.
This is perfect for Wyndham. They were trying to keep him relaxed. He has the same problem Jeremy has. He gets tight. He can't ride to his potential. He knows Travis isn't going to do something stupid. They got a big lead over Roncada, who hasn't really been a threat in the first couple of races. So,
and 13 rounds in a season. He's known for a late start on the season, not this early. Last year, he had 4 podiums, including 2 second places.
I really thought Travis would have closed the gap by now. So Wyndham is riding well. Travis is kind of glancing over his shoulder, and he's got that whole whoop section lead on third. There's no pressure from behind yet. No Carmichael, no Vuillemin. Ridiculous. It's so high. But if you're not riding perfect right from the beginning, that's what happens. You just go backwards in a hurry.
On the stopwatch. Pastrana puts the challenge to Wyndham.
Hander. Travis decided to change his line. Everyone's been running the left. Watch Travis. The last lap, he ran the complete right side, and he made up time. Really different lines out there from Kevin out front, and still keep with him in the same pace. So Travis, very versatile. He's got a lot up his sleeve.
You watch. This isn't going to last long.
Too patient, he thought, huh?
It looked good when he tried it. There he goes.
Pastrana in the whoops with Wyndham, his teammate. He's making it interesting. The crowd now starting to anticipate. Wyndham by the bar. Pastrana over the finish line jump. This is a 20-lap main, it should read.
Experimented around. As soon as he noticed that Kevin was starting to struggle just a little bit, Vuillemin getting into third, a few things. Wyndham will be able to watch Travis and maybe keep pace with him, and they'll put themselves in first and second.
Back to an entirely different race in which we left you. David Vuillemin has taken the lead when Pastrana went down.
He's entering the 3 plateaus after the sand. He gets a little off timing there. He's lucky he didn't get hurt. He was able to bail out of that and save himself.
Ricky Carmichael is still trying to come up through the pack. He's in the top 6. As Pastrana, there you see him, battling through this race course.
Third.
Larocco, the checkers.
So close to that first win.
So close and yet so far away. Man, I was cruising out there. I felt good. The Suzuki's doing good. Kevin and I got, back out in front, so I felt really relaxed, and my big feet went and hit the neutral, so I flipped over the bars, but I'll be back for next weekend.
Some of the big stories happened this morning. One of them, Travis Pastrana, just this far away from his first 250 win, had his problems in practice, David.
He did, and I was looking right at it when it happened. He was going over the big triple jump before they entered the tunnel, and he landed with his leg out, which would have worked fine if the bike didn't wash out, but it did. Twisted his knee, and he's had ice on it and a smile ever since. But that's just Travis. He smiled. It takes a lot to slow this kid down, but it's his confidence that I'm concerned about. It's going to be Travis Pastrana and Ricky Carmichael. These two guys have the most motivation.
And the main event underway. Oh no, that's Fonseca. Fonseca on the two-stroke number 24. My mistake. McGrath in second place. David Vuillemin in third. Jeremy McGrath makes a great pass to the corner. The fans are standing on their feet. They want to see this kid come through.
It's the kind of race that these guys don't want to have to spend any time in at all.
Pastrana fishtailing through the woods a minute.
Set up all during the offseason. McGrath versus Carmichael. We're getting it.
This was a race, of course, that Carmichael dominated. Wisely goes it back.
Watch the loop section as they cross the starting line over the tunnel.
Carmichael, clean pass. Pastrana moves into third. Vuillemin back to fourth.
Jeremy had to do it after the finish line jump. Ricky was all over it. But Jeremy's smart. He's been around. He's won 7 of these championships. He should be able to just get confident.
Travis Pastrana with Vuillemin just waiting in the wings. Here comes Travis. Travis makes the move. Travis into second place. Since 1976, the defending champion has always won a race the following season by the 5th round.
And I had a feeling that if Ricky was able to get himself into the lead, having to pass a few guys, that everyone expected, this could be the turning point for him.
The 9th lap of 20, so we're nearing the halfway mark.
A little bit on the mind of Travis. He knows he can't afford to worry about that too much. He's trying to catch Ricky, and he is.
And now here, he's trying to catch up with the leader, Ricky Carmichael, who Carmichael now is gaining his confidence back. You see, his 40 look at Carmichael's bike. It looks a little different to me now from the start of the season.
Well, I think they're riding it a little bit higher. It was so low for Ricky Carmichael. He's very familiar with this sandy clay type soil. So is Travis. Very similar to what we'll see later in the season.
Ride with Davey.
Guys, one name we're not mentioning is Tim Ferry, the Yamaha factory rider. David Vuillemin's teammate crashed really hard in the semi-race.
With the French great Jean-Michel Bale on the all-time Supercross win list. 8th place, the Checkers. A jubilant Ricky Carmichael.
Very exciting race right there in the beginning.
Wow, it was amazing. People going everywhere, and Ron kind of scared me a few times, but he went down instead of cleaning me out, so I got to thank him a little bit for that. But man, just rode a pretty smart race for me. I mean, I didn't fall or anything, and got out to a decent start with my Sobe Suzuki Michelin, so we'll see. It's another long season.
And you've had 3 consistent finishes on the podium 3 weeks in a row.
3 podiums, that was my goal coming in, but now I want to win, so it's good. There's a lot of great competition, though.
Sideways, we're set to go from the main event. From Anaheim, California, Harry Hole shot. He looked so much more aggressive in qualifying. Now can he pull away? Jeremy McGrath back out in front. Pastrana in third behind Ron Cana.
Turned 54-second lap time. 2 seconds faster than anybody else so far tonight.
Oh, it sets the scene for a great finish, doesn't it?
Yeah, Jeremy can get a little bit of...
There's Carmichael. Morocco with that bad wrist is in good position to contend if he can keep up now with his
pace that Travis has been able to ride. And you can see Carmichael has already worked his way into 4th.
Carmichael.
There he is, front end washed out. We've seen that so many times tonight.
As Ricky Carmichael now in 3rd is trying to catch up. Underway. Good starts. McGrath, Carmichael, Vuillemin. David Vuillemin, the points leader, taking the lead. But look at number 199, Travis Pastrana on the Suzuki. They're rubbing. Travis looking back at him. Oh, this is going to be a great fight.
Now he realizes Carmichael is right there.
Travis to the inside on Vuillemin, takes the lead. The crowd going crazy.
He's actually struggled with that all day long, but he managed to hold on to the lead right there. Vuillemin was all over that.
Carmichael moving into 2nd. Look at this loop section. Vuillemin is so good in the loops.
Ever giving up. He's one of those guys able to respond to whatever the pace is.
Oh, Ricky Carmichael to the inside. Number 4, the lead. Check out the whoops. Vuillemin and Pastrana, they blitz those whoops beautifully.
To the inside line in that right-hand corner before they get back into the starting line.
Really out of shape. And Pastrana takes the lead again.
Good save by Ricky. We've seen the rut. He's been using the rut. Ricky, or Travis rather, has been crossing over that. The rut is actually more difficult. Again, Travis blows the timing through the section, but he takes the line away from Ricky, so he couldn't capitalize. Rhythm, and Ricky once again closes in on him.
Oh, Ricky to the inside. Travis opened the door just slightly.
This crowd is crushed. They love this kid. He had a chance. Look at Travis, looks right at the camera guy like, can you believe it?
The professor, Gary Bailey. What's your theory here through the whoops? And second or third gear on the 250? I mean, Travis. Fourth. and no backflips through this. Whoops.
You could probably get it. Maybe a front flip probably be easier. I've done plenty of those in the whoops.
I think I've seen those.
Yeah.
Not such a good dismount when you're trying to do it through the whoops.
Travis Pastrana, one lap after crash with Mike LaRocco. You see LaRocco's mechanic called a lawyer, came over to complain.
Sustained a broken wrist, ultimately ending his season.
Guys, Mike LaRocco just walked past me to Dr. John Bongo.
Here comes LaRocco, and he's still mad.
One of the oldest guys and one of the youngest. And RC has been unbelievable in this building all weekend. There he is. But Travis Pastrana has shown me that he's got the speed to beat him.
Go for the main event from Atlanta, Georgia. A great start by number 4, Carmichael. Bar to bar with Pastrana for second.
Vuillemin tried to get in there and put a little bump on Pastrana to get right up into second right away. And Travis is so much faster through the whoops. Oh my goodness, he just made up 10 bike links right there.
To hold on to Ricky Carmichael with David Vuillemin back in third. Could this be Vuillemin's 8th straight podium?
And he was in contention here. He had the speed.
Ezra looked so good in qualifying, too.
Vuillemin behind Pastrana right here. There he is. He just went over the triple at the approach of this whoop section.
Vuillemin, it appeared to me, David, you might correct me on this, will race for the win if he's in good position, but he goes for the podium otherwise. Travis Pastrana really having trouble working out during the week. There's no question about that. He's got a sinus problem now, while leading 46 of the 89 laps in those 4 races. Here's Pastrana.
He's still in this and losing a little bit of time to Vuillemin now. So Vuillemin might become more of a problem for Pastrana. But
guys, let me give you an indication of how bad Travis felt earlier today. For the first time that I can remember, he did not do an autograph session. Travis, always a fan favorite. Also, when they did the opening ceremonies, he did not participate in the parade lap. His mom said he was trying to save every ounce of energy that he had for this 20-lap main event.
Travis goes off the track.
Travis is off the track and he's riding.
You know what? I think he has taken himself out of this event. I saw him starting to look a little shaky. I think he has taken himself out of this race before he becomes a danger to himself or, more importantly, others.
After this race here at Daytona, and there is Carmichael on his number 4 bike, and I think maybe the rider that pulled up right next to him is the only one that might deny him a win. The board is up, it's sideways, and they're off. The 250cc main event. Who's going to get the whole shot? Ricky Carmichael by a mile in turn number 1.
Very on the inside, he's got the right line, but
cases it.
He cases it, comes up short, but Pastrana puts a wheel in on him. And now we're back to Carmichael in the lead. So Carmichael getting on the gas just a hair too soon, and Tim Ferry is in the lead.
While we're watching a replay, Tim Ferry goes after it. 2 Florida riders into the second whoop section, and Carmichael repasses Tim Ferry for the lead. At Daytona International, Travis Pastrana has thrown down a 128 lap, moved past Tim Ferry into second, and
Travis, with that momentum getting by Ferry, he's riding really, really hard. Hopefully he can keep his focus because he's reeling in Ricky Carmichael, not hurting his momentum.
Tim Ferry, very impressive though. A very impressive race so far. His first back after dealing with an injury. Now Travis Pastrana on the hunt.
A lot of times the riders will have tear-offs on their goggles and they'll pull them off because they'll get sand in between them. Even though Ricky's out in front, sometimes you get sand.
While in the middle of this crowd of concerned people is Travis Pastrana. They're looking him over down there. You can
and I was always tired and always hurt. They're like, look, just sit down, buckle down, focus, you could be the best. And I spent probably 8 months of my life just focused. I got a trainer, Todd Jacobs, amazing guy.
Got there in the evening and came down the next morning, and there was Travis sitting in the living room going, okay, here I am, I'm all yours, fix me.
We bicycled and we ran and we rode and we did everything exactly perfect. I rested, I did everything.
He was probably, and he would agree, was in the best shape of his life at that moment, probably the healthiest he ever been as a pro. He's supposed to be riding on the Supercross track, and he goes and tries to jump something that doesn't need to be jumped.
I came at it and I was wide open. I gave it a little checkup just to kind of get the bike to set. I hit it, and that was the end of my Supercross career. I knew it on the way up, but no, so I blew out my knee, ACL, PCL, MCL, buccal meniscus, dislocated kneecap, tibia plateau fracture, which was the first of many. Just got all much cartilage left in there. So I tried to race the next weekend. It was stupid. Like, I basically went for a couple weeks just so I would drain. My trainer would basically drain my knee every day to get it small enough to where it would bend far enough to get to the foot peg. So basically it was drain the knee, ride, and then swim.
California as they come down. Number 4, Ricky Carmichael with a textbook block pass. Saw that coming. You give Ricky a... Well, there goes Travis right past him. Pastrana, who, I don't know. I'm not even sure if he knows how he feels right now. He's been through quite a bit, but he can ride injured. Ricky Carmichael out in front in heat number 2 of the 250 class. Right behind him, Travis Pastrana, a man who is about as creative as Van Gogh. Oh, and he's almost able to pull off the block pass. No contact made him. Well, Travis's lap time, 57.92. That is extremely fast. And here he comes again, making a run. And this time he gets it done. Travis Pastrana pulls off what many have never been able to think about doing. He passes Ricky Carmichael. And there you go. Carmichael and Pastrana get together. Pastrana's down, Carmichael gone. And the boos come back. Went in there and gave him a nudge and pretty much sent him down. Is throwing down, and Pastrana has pulled off the track. Yeah, he'll go to the semi. He'll regroup for that.
He's got confidence coming from Europe. This is what he wants. This is what he dreams of. Do you think there's anybody that can catch him? I mean, tons of fast guys on the course. Travis Pastrana's not far away. You guys confident you can hold it straight through? Yeah, of course. Go now. Thanks, Dave. Yep, thanks.
And thank you, Cameron. Crowd is going nuts. Well, he's fast. No question about that. There's Pastrana and Tortelli going back and forth. Been impressed with Tortelli. I didn't think he really had the speed, too, you know. Yep. He talks about, hey, I'm here to win. I'm not here messing around. Oh, Mike LaRocco goes down in the worst spot. Oh, no. He's got a complete pile up. Travis Pastrana hits him. He is down, and he is not getting up quickly. All up in there. Fortunately, they all look to be okay, but Travis Pastrana looks to have taken the worst of that brunt. LaRocco's down. Oh, and, you know, there's nothing Travis could have done right there. Over in Europe. Now Travis Pastrana went down again. Once you lose your focus out there, it's over. Pastrana.
It looked like you just came over a blind jump and Mike LaRocco was laying there.
I always find Mike, always. And I don't know, I landed, popped my knee out again. I really wanted to be in the hunt, but hey, that's racing, and we'll get some MRIs done. And my team has been working so hard, and the only thing I didn't want to do is DNF. I did it.
You've been doing some awesome racing. I hope to see you in Phoenix, Trav.
I have the speed, the bike's awesome, and good. Go watch the race. It's a good one.
After that horrific crash last week with Mike LaRocco, and look at this, Travis Pastrana just pulling through that work section, but right behind him, Ricky Carmichael. Well, this time I wonder how Ricky will attempt the pass. Because last week it wasn't dirty, but Travis went down when they got together a little bit, and Ricky's figuring that out, so he'll make a note of that. If you're coaching Ricky Carmichael right now, knowing how intimidating he is, you tell him to sit on the back of Travis Pastrana and force him into making a mistake, or does he do what he did last week and just push the issue? You know, just do what you have to do to win the race. Let the fans do what they do. It doesn't really matter. It's nice to have them cheer for you rather than boo, but probably look at Ricky Carmichael. Look at the speed. Wow, Travis going all the way wide. That's confidence right there to just be able to leave the door that far open going in that Ricky can't close. And it looks like, from my perspective, that Ricky is just searching for a line, searching for the line that's going to work maybe later on in the main, whatever it's going to be. Thursday, Travis went out. That was his first opportunity to ride after last weekend. He goes to the outside again. Hey, Thursday when Travis rode, he was in so much pain, he was screaming. Look at this! Here, popped his knee out of place in practice. They put it back in, rode in incredible pain, won his heat, got second in the main. It was Carmichael that he chased the whole way, and you're going to see something here. It's not over. Here it comes.
Well, at the halfway point, Ricky Carmichael gets to the outside, cannot close the door.
Backside, laid up, and made sure he got a good run at the whoop section.
Oh, look at that.
And this time upright. I wouldn't be surprised to see Travis put another pass on him before this is over.
Well, Travis Pastrana goes 6'2", 180 pounds. He is awesome through the whoops, where Ricky Carmichael, 5'6", tenacious as all get out. He just semi-won. Now we'll step aside, take a quick break. When we come back, the conclusion of heat number 1 from Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona, Bait One Ballpark. This is the THQ World Supercross GP AMA Supercross. Travis Pastrana currently sits in second place, and Ricky Carmichael goes down. Pastrana goes down, and Pastrana goes down.
This on Ricky and Travis as they get going. There they are together again. Fonseca was hanging with that. He was able to scoop up the leftovers right there. Find out where they stand.
Well, the fastest of the Suzuki riders, Travis Pastrana, already having his problems, but for Roger DaCosta, just happy to have a full complement.
Things went good yesterday. We had good lap times, and we had good lap times today, but Travis just keeps worrying me already. You know, tried something he did not need to do on the track and threw it away pretty big time today. So I don't know if, you know, I think he's hurting pretty much now. So some more of the same with Travis.
Sliding in behind David Vuillemin right now, takes a look over his left shoulder, sees what's behind him, and there's the pack, including number 199, Travis Pastrana. Good sign for Suzuki and Roger DaCosta.
Well, I think what was happening with Hamlin is he's looking back on what's all the ruckus. The crowd's going crazy. That's going to drop him outside of the top 10, it looks like, at the moment. He's able to get that bike straightened out a little bit right there, and there goes Pastrana past Vuillemin. So Vuillemin really struggling right here. I don't know if his back is hurting him or riding tight or what, but he doesn't look as aggressive as he has in practicing. And Travis is starting to pick up the pace a little bit. It seemed like both Travis and Vuillemin were riding a little tight, or something wasn't quite right, but Travis is starting to get it ironed out.
Well, for Team Suzuki, this is maybe the best news ever. Travis Pastrana is up and riding fast.
Boy, just a couple feet offline, it ruined his whole race.
This is Travis Pastrana, currently sitting in 5th place on board the Suzuki, number 199, decked out in the all-white.
And something's wrong with him, so
I think I jinxed him.
Something is definitely wrong with him. He moved up. Well, there goes Larry Ward past him. He was a little bit injured from a practice crash. There's the mechanic Lee McCollum going, what now?
Thank you, Cameron. Well, not great news out of the Suzuki tent. Roger DaCosta had this to say about Travis Pastrana earlier.
Well, Travis really hurt his knee while he was riding. He did not crash this time, but they're taking him to the hospital right now to do an MRI and see what the problem is, how serious the problem is. But he won't be back today for the second moto.
Deteriorated. But Travis Pastrana, right there, the nerves have got to be going through this kid. Chad Reed, guy loves competition. He's
Pastrana 3 spots away on the other side. Here we go to turn number 1, and it looks like Reed
inside in second place with Sean Hamlin in 3rd, David Vuillemin, Michael Byrne coming in there, and Craig Anderson was the rider that Reed was bumping on. So 2 cousins were banging
right now, but it was the blue bike to turn number 1 first, then second, then first coming off the other side.
Yeah, he's also one of the only riders that will be able to win it on a 125 and a 250. That's a very small class, but Travis Pastrana in second race ahead of him. He wants to play it smooth, but also if they bleed, you can beat them, and he's out there beating the best in the world right now.
The big loser on this whole start finish. 7 laps, and only Reed and Pastrana have done so. The rest have yet to cross the finish line.
Travis Pastrana running very, very strong. But let's take a look at Travis Pastrana. He swaps, gets off side to side. He's a little bit loose back and forth. Now the thing swaps, he lands down, loses his foot peg, and down he goes. But hey, the Daytona track just bit Travis Pastrana.
Well, Pastrana's been out of competition for a while, and I have to think that there's a little bit of difference there. He almost rolled it over on the front wheel again, and here comes the number 5 of Larocco. Being out of competition so long has to hurt you.
Yeah, I'm not going to throw any stones right now at Travis Pastrana. For him to come out and win a heat race, run second quick in practice to Chad Reed, and then be up in front this whole time, hey, this track beats you up like you can't believe. So Travis Pastrana, my hat is off to him. I think he's gonna come back and shock the world. Michael Byrne work his way back up. Travis just a little worse for where.
Oh, and down he goes. Didn't see Byrne on the inside there, and they tangled up a little bit. He's running. He remounts. Continues.
We saw Nathan Ramsey, Nick Way, and also Sean Hamlin go by Pastrana like an outlaw. So that's what's tricked a lot of guys. And here's Chad Reed.
Chad Reed takes the checkered flag. All the results here. You'll be looking for the name of your favorite rider, no doubt. We hope you see it as high up on the list as you had hoped for.
Did a great job. Congratulations to him. On board tonight, Travis Pastrana, number 199 on board the Suzuki. He'll be running the helmet cam. 34 is sideways. The 250 main is off. And he will pick up the Butterfinger hole shot. Travis Pastrana on the inside. Reed goes into third. And here comes Pastrana. Pastrana having problems. Goes down hard. Grant Langston goes right over the top of Travis.
Grant Langston had nowhere to go, and it's going to take Grant out as well. We can only wish the best for Travis Pastrana.
Here it is. He's going to come up short right here. Get squirrely. And here's where he goes down. Now, Grant Langston has nowhere to go.
Recuperating from knee problems. He doesn't have a lot of cartilage in his knees, so sometimes when he goes down or when he has a shock, it goes right in between.
See your knee again? I got my leg run over. I think I broke my leg. I messed up through this section. It's just overexcited. It's so good to be back. It just reminds you why I'm always off.
He gets the THQ World Supercross title on board with Travis Pastrana. Pastrana gave us a great look with the helmet cam.
Travis tonight, he's got to keep it smooth. He can't have little problems. He can't fall down and get run over. We know he has the speed. This is what it takes. Pastrana just has to keep it on 2 wheels.
Travis Pastrana, your leader. Kevin Windham moves past Vallejo.
Wondering about the look there. Kevin Windham running the purple bike. Oh, look at this. Running up the outside, Travis.
This section to the inside is Windham. Does he have to drive as they hit the triple together? They look at each other. Oh, my!
The point over. Both guys down on the track, and these two guys were walking around together. What's going on? Some kind of conspiracy? And
Pastrana goes back to the lead. So Pastrana and Windham. Oh, my! You got to be kidding me!
Kidding me? Along the way, and he just threw the knack while looking over at Windham and passing him at the same time.
Here's what he does. It is the last race of the year, the Supercross finale here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and quite a show. Windham now back to the lead. Let's watch.
Windham going to the inside line. They look over at each other again. Behind them, they've taken off, so they're having fun, and Travis is definitely having a good time, but there's no one nearby.
So he'll come through. Your winner, 250, heat number 2, Kevin Windham.
Fun out there. What was going through your mind when he busted a knack right next to you?
I just wish I would have known he was going to do it. He was so close, I swear I could have reached over and grabbed his rear fender. But it's good to have Travis back in the heat, and I knew he was going to be in my heat. We've been talking about it all day, so I was excited to have him up there.
I just broke my wrist a couple months back, but haven't had the bike time that these guys have had right now. Finished the first couple races. That sounds like a really low goal, but I mean, pretty much for me, just stay on 2 wheels, go out there, have a good time. And this is the best year in Supercross history, and I want to be a part of it. So the biggest problem was a major dislocation. So all the ligaments and stuff. So basically, all the cast is just to hold the wrist in place. But it's I call it a racing brace, supportive, fast mechanism.
It was Wyndham. It looked like they had to jump, and then look at Ricky coming running up right down the middle. Carmichael had a commanding lead. We saw Wyndham go by. There's his mechanic, Mike Gosler. That's the view Ricky's seeing. Oh, Carmichael goes down. Here comes Pastrana along the side there.
Your winner from Anaheim, Kevin Wyndham.
Are very tough and gnarly, but I was talking to the AMA guys. They're going to get progressively tougher. They want to get the out. Is you need to really nail your landings and be on the gas, race the corners, really get everything you can out of it.
Well, we talk about injury to James Bubba Stewart Jr. This man, Travis Pastrana, number 199, currently running in third place, having injury issues of his own. But
Vuillemin going inside. Wow, David Vuillemin, a clean pass though. Great move by Vuillemin. And Travis, not going to push it too hard. I'm going to get some points. And once my wrist is feeling better, then I'm going to get to the business of really racing. Wraps cast, but that means just a couple wraps around with cast material. His trainer puts a new one on before the race each night.
Pastrana sitting in fourth place, so it's Vuillemin, Pastrana, Carmichael, and Voss currently running 1 and 2. But it's so good to have Travis here on the circuit right
once in the Berman. This is all Travis. There's no way that Nick can catch him unless Travis had a huge problem. And that's going to do it for the transfer spot.
And Carmichael went back-to-back, but we are racing 250 Main from Phoenix. Ricky Carmichael with a great inside line.
Voss getting squirrely and almost going down. He almost took Chad Reed, collected Chad Reed with him.
Also, Travis Pastrana crashed hard. He rode off, favoring that left hand that's in a cast that was broken and dislocated. Tough night for Travis Pastrana.
Welcome back, Travis Pastrana, to 250 Supercross, and he went down hard in the whoops just a moment ago. His debut ride or back to the series, and it looks like he's going to have to limp off the track.
Travis was going through the whoops. He tangled up with KTM's Jay Marmon, went down. It's his right knee. Travis was yelling. He was so disgusted, but man, it didn't last long, guys. Travis actually came back from that crash in the heat race. He rode the semi, he got second behind Sebastian Tortelli, but then when he was back in the pits, when he took off his gear, he had a giant gash across his leg from that heat race crash. He was dizzy. Obviously, he had a concussion. Travis Pastrana will not race tonight, but he's going to the hospital.
Yeah. There it is. There's a good look at how far you've got to go to get to turn number 1. And Travis Pastrana gets around Ivan Tedesco for the lead, wheeling all the way through the woods.
Qualifying just takes the lead from Ivan Tedesco. Travis has had such a busy week. He rode the GNCC race, cross-country race on Tuesday.
And Denny, no small feat, because Ivan Tedesco, one of the best Supercross racers in the world,
are slowly dwindling away.
Look at the battle between Tedesco and Pastrana.
All the variety of different lines that him and Ivan Tedesco are taking, just these two riders alone, going wide. You can see there's an option to the inside with a deep ruts. Well, it doesn't right now. I mean, this looks like a pretty good point of view that Travis Pastrana's blitzes across the outside line. Very similar to what we saw in the lights class with Millsaps and Granton. He's so tall, he's strong and lanky, but the amazing thing is Travis has spent most of his last few weeks and months doing everything but racing. He's out here at the Daytona track, racing with Ivan Tedesco, who is no doubt, unquestionably one of the best Supercross riders in the world.
Mike Brown is one spot out of it in fifth, and here comes Travis.
Travis knows each lap he's got a much better line than Ivan Tedesco, hugging the tough blocks way to the right. The track's a little lower. Travis knows he's the fastest guys in the whoops. He just can't get close enough to make the pass. Tedesco should have regained his composure and right once again all over the back of Ivan Tedesco. Same thing, he beat Kevin Wyndham. Here comes the whoop section. You see down the right side, Travis just gets punished by the motorcycle. Travis just giving it his all, and down Pastrana goes.
An unbelievable ride by Travis Pastrana.
Far on this right side, I think they're a little bit worn down, and he's starting to blitz across the tops, but he misses one just right there, drops the front end and gets over the front of the motorcycle. He's such a big rider.
And there's Pastrana walking back, and Denny, I think it wasn't the crash landing that got him with his shoulder so much as a motorcycle.
A few familiar faces and numbers coming back. Aaron Bates has more on that story.
Well, there's something about this sandy, treacherous, rough track here at Southwick that brings back legends of our sport. And Travis Pastrana making an appearance here. Nice to see him back as well, hoping just to have a little bit of fun.
Showed the logo. That was well played.
Travis Pastrana, of course, Mr. Excitement, earned his first ever national win here in the 125 class at Southwick. His success came at the expense of James Stewart, but his spots on the podium were when Stewart was on the ground. Here's Travis Pastrana, the number 199. Fans always come out to see that yellow Suzuki.
You know, he hasn't been really training for this, wasn't really prepared for it, but people love to see him come out, and it's great to just have him be a part of the event.
And here we have a problem as Travis Pastrana, we've got to look at Travis Preston there briefly, but Pastrana down on the track, locked up with Jeff DeMint, and both of them trying to get going again.
Pre-race and then backflipped his way as he entered the building, opening ceremonies, and he backflips over the finish line jump. Just thrilling the crowd. His one and only Supercross race for 2009, former lights champion.
Always a showman, I'm telling you. Pastrana is like lightning in a bottle. You don't know what he's going to do.
Stewart is just shot out of a cannon with Wyndham right behind him, and Andrew Short behind his for spot now.
There's Pastrana.
And here's Pastrana he's got to get around.
Stewart just makes short work of all these riders. He just, in this situation, there's nobody out there aggressive and so electric. You see him get past Pastrana there. I'm sorry, 8th across the line.
But Jeff, you just saw that graphic. James Stewart is not. Wyndham is 2.5 seconds in front of
Stewart goes down again.
There he goes.
At that time, he comes up short, throws it away.
And in the last chance qualifier, Jeff, he got very aggressive, got into second in a transfer spot.
And he had it. He had the position, and then Chisholm comes in and taps him there on the left side.
And the smoke starts spewing out of the radiator, and 199's night was done.
I really lost a lot of my speed, but I figured I still got the aggression, so I hit some guy so hard. Sorry, Marzak. It actually destroyed my radiator. These guys are great. I really apologize for being so dirty, but I really wanted to be in that main event, man.
Well, everybody was hoping to see Travis in the main event, but it won't happen here tonight in St. Louis. His one and only Supercross.